Morning, well, afternoon, all. Yes, me again, as usual. I did promise today I would do some daily racing, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt, I did say yesterday I'll do this, I'm going to attempt a couple of rounds in the Alpha 155. Haven't put any time in at all on the Alpha yet. Literally going to get straight at it and go with it and just see what happens. See if I can get a better result in the Alpha than I have been doing in the very, very cool McLaren. But I do like the Alpha, and I've seen that some people have got some decent times on it. So nothing to lose by giving it a crack. We're about a minute away. I might, yeah, let's just get straight on with it, I suppose. Well, I can't do any qualifying, so we've got about a minute to go. Obviously, the benefit of the Alpha is I can, because everyone knows I use traction control on one just to help me with my control out the corners. But obviously, I can turn it off in the 155 because it's unnecessary, being that it's a 4x4. Don't have that problem. We'll see how it goes. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know whether to be confident or not, but I feel quite comfortable in the Alpha. I do have a little issue with some understeer every now and again, but who knows? It could go horribly wrong. It could go quite well. I think the only concern I've got is understeer in turn one, but we'll see. We'll see. It might be alright. Obviously, I'm going to have to remember the gearing is going to be different than I'm doing in the McLaren, and probably have to rev it out a bit more than I do with the McLaren as well. But we'll see. So my qualified time of 1:44.1 still has me outside the top 10. I don't know what I need to do to. Well, I suppose go faster would be the obvious answer. Settings. I need to turn off my traction control down to 0. There we go. Obviously, I've got the medium tyres on. Going to go for exactly the same approach I have been previously. I don't know if the tyres are going to last as well. I will play it by ear. I know that I can do the entire race on one set of tyres. Obviously, there is a mandatory pit stop. I normally just drive in and drive back out, as you know. But we'll see how it goes with the Alpha. Whether the Alpha is giving me the same kind of tyre wear. Well, we'll soon find out. But yeah, a few people have used the Alpha, and it seems to be a pretty decent car. So I'm going to give it a crack and see what happens. Here we go. Wish me luck, Bellends. And hopefully we can avoid some of the shenanigans of yesterday. That last race yesterday was awful. My driving standards weren't great either, because I encountered that absolute bellend. And I genuinely, I was going to show you on YouTube, but I forgot. I was so incensed after the race, I actually forgot to save the replay. Right, here we go. Alpha 155, starting from 13th at Yamagiwa reverse in daily race C. 10 laps. Here we go. If my lap times are comparable, I might carry on with the Alpha, or I might flip between the two and see how we go on. Looks so out of place for all these racing cars, isn't it, that Alpha? Right, let's do this thing. I always seem to lose a place on the first corner every race, but that's because I'm not as aggressive as these guys. And I don't want to go ploughing into the car ahead of me, so I do want to make sure I get braking in time. But it does allow the person behind me to always seem to come through. But we'll, it's a long race, plenty of time. Hugging that inside line, so no way for me to go. Good exit here though. Staying behind this Atenza, and I've gained that place back, although not from the same person, of course. There you go, there's the Wiggy's Wiggler Carnage. You see at the beginning of every single race, and gets me straight away into that top 10. to let off a little bit there. I was going a little wider than I'd planned to. Doesn't feel too bad pace-wise so far. So up to 9th after that one. It's going alright, isn't it? You want to fuck off, you little prick. So we've got Heavenless driving like an absolute spunk monkey, trying to give me a little nudge on the straight. Easiest thing to do is just drive away from him, I suppose. It's a very, very different animal, this Alpha, compared to the McLaren. I don't know, it's weird, because I know that it's not as quick on the straight as the McLaren. But I feel much more confident in the Alpha, just because I drive it a lot. I understand its physics a little bit better, and of course it's 4x4 as well, which helps. Didn't need to change down to second. I don't quite know why I did that, but pace is feeling pretty good so far. I'm sure I'm not going to get fastest lap, so let's not worry about that too much. You never know, one day I might be in a lobby where I've actually qualified in the top half. I can endlessly criticise PD for the way they pick lobbies, but you know, it is what it is. I feel I can go a bit quicker in the McLaren round there. This is the part of the racetrack I'm going to struggle the most, because the Alpha kind of relies on its speed out the corners in the lower gears, and you're kind of already in 5th coming into there, so you don't really get the same kind of acceleration you do in the McLaren. You can see there, that McLaren behind me caught me quite easily. A little bit early on the brakes there, but a little bit worried about clattering into this McLaren. Do I have a little sneaky look up the inside? There's some crashing up ahead. That's a lot of crashing. That's at least one car out of action. There's another one ghosted there. That's the Porsche Cayman. Wiggling all over the place in Wiggy's Wiggler. And talking to Wiggy's Wiggler, the man it was named after is actually watching. How you doing, James? Oh, here we go. Another prick. Why do they insist on doing it? I don't understand the motivation behind it. Because you slow yourself down doing it as well. But that's two complete idiots in this lobby thus far. You're not going to stop. You're not going to improve your position just because you ram somebody off the track. And there's this fucking knobhead. He did get a good run on me there, though, to be fair. I think this is Sector 3 where this car seems to struggle in comparison to the McLaren. Sector 3 and this beginning of Sector 1 here really does struggle. But in terms of times, mid 45s, 48 there, but that was because of all the shenanigans going on. It's going alright so far. I don't know where I'm going to go in yet. Oh look, yellow flag ahead. Is that another place potentially? Get a good run on him here. There's no point going side by side through Wiggy's Wiggler. It's just not the done thing. Right, where are we at? 4. Do I pit yet? I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to pit bang on midpoint. I'm going to get a better exit there. Really good exit there. Is he going to let me go past, or is he going to... No, of course he's not, because he's an idiot. Actually, to be fair, it wasn't too bad. I've got him right on my... Oh, you fucking prick. Yeah, so, yeah, we can see what sort of dickheads we end up with in lobbies. I think Fridays tends to be quite a bad day because you've got more people seem to be off and racing than any other day of the week. But it's going alright in the top 10. Top 10 is always my aim, as you know. Well, depending on where I qualify, of course, but yeah. Best finish I've had this week, I think, was 5th. Ironically, that was one that I didn't broadcast. But I'm not making it up. I can actually upload the video if you really want me to. I think the best broadcast one I've had was 7th. Go. Not a bad exit through there. I think overall, I don't know, I think I seem to be doing better with the Alpha, but I think for the most part, the McLaren's probably stronger on more of the racetrack. But I've seen some guys put in some blistering times in this Alpha, so I thought I'd give it a crack. I did get a really good exit out of there a lot. It's going to be dirt, yeah, coming through here. Just want to let off the power a little bit. Oh, that didn't go well. That didn't go well at all. Right, no harm done, not dead. Into the pits I go. Going to follow them in. Not going to change, not going to fuel. Don't need to. It's a mandatory pit stop. It's not a mandatory tyre change. Doesn't seem to be much difference in the tyre wear compared to the McLaren. In fact, it's probably a little bit better. Other than that front left, which is looking a lot more worn than everything else. So I've managed to jump him in the pit stop by not changing tyres, which is good-o. Second there. I thought it was the next corner I was at. Lost my bearings a little bit. It's weird, it's almost like the tyres are cold, even though I've still got the same freaking tyres on. I know I don't need to change up there, but I quite like the engine braking through there to kind of stabilise the car a little bit through Wiggy's Wiggle Up. Not, oh, he's gaining on me a little bit, but on a great exit there actually. There's yeah, well, I've got him behind me. That's the main thing. Another place gained with someone in the pits. I don't know how many ahead are still in the pit. That would be quite useful information, wouldn't it? But still in the top 10. Lap 7. It's looking good. Looking good. I'm a little concerned with that front left. Nothing too worried at this stage. I'll see what it looks like on the last lap and then make a judgment whether I stick with the Alfa or go with the McLaren. I think I'm going to do one more with the Alfa either way, but who knows. I need to finish this top half. Really need to finish this top half. I haven't done so for a bit. That really wasn't very good at all. That's going to give that Cayman behind a bit of a run on me. But the gap is 1.5 seconds, which is manageable. 3.7 to is it Danish? Finnish guy ahead of me. I always get those Nordic countries mixed up with their flags, apart from Sweden. Was it Norway? I think it's Norway. But at this rate, there is no way I'm catching him. Boom, boom. I don't even think it is Norway, to be fair. And Heavenless is really closing on me now. Open it up again. Try going in fourth and not bother changing up and just let off the gas a little bit. No, I don't like that. Because you can't really, there's nowhere really to brake in a straight line there. So, yeah, I think going up to fifth is a better option because then I can rely more on engine braking and not worry so much about going hard on the brakes into Wiggy's Wiggler. You kind of have to get the braking done as you're turning, so quite difficult to straight line the first bit of that. 2 laps to go after this one. Not closing on the guy in 8th, but at the moment not being caught by the guy behind me in 10th. Although if I keep driving like this, it's not going to be long before him and maybe the other guy catches me. Yeah, they're right on me now. My driving not great that lap. I'm a little bit concerned. I don't feel confident in the grip in that front left anymore, which is a bit of a pain. The wear is a lot more than in the McLaren. Sylvia making the move on me, so yeah, still in the top 10 though, which is always going to be my aim. He's going to go inside, which is fine. I've got Crashy Man just behind me now. Right, head down. Two cars behind me now. Oh, that penalty, I think that's harsh, but it is what it is. Right, so Alfa's not the best car for this, then it's got to be McLaren, I think. Because the tyre wear is just awful. I suppose I could change the tyres, but my strategy involves not changing the tyres. That is going to cost me dearly, that penalty, because I've got that Cayman behind me. Cayman making the move up my inside. Yeah, the tyres just don't have the grip anymore. Really struggling. Yeah, bike's really, really struggling for this last lap. I have a feeling I'm going to lose another place or two. So I've got to make a decision then. Do I go back to the McLaren, or do I stick with the Alpha but actually change the tyres and cost myself a couple of seconds in the pit stop? Started 13th. I want to stay ahead of that German behind if I can. Yeah, I'm really struggling now with these tyres. Safely through Wiggy's Wiggler and I should be alright. Oh, you absolute fucking melt. What a big fat cunt. Unnecessary, because actually he had to run on me. He could have got in my slipstream and just made the overtake safely. But no, this big fucking massive penis fucking swallower. And German, of course. As a fucking stupid fucking German. For a minute thought I was Poland and wanted to invade me. Absolute fucking wank puffing. But yeah, so tactically the Alpha's not great for that particular yeah, well, what can we say? Well, that big fat German cock, fuck, that's up. Did gain a place. Did he pick up a penalty? On an Apex Predator. What happened to him? He was in the lead. So, don't know what happened to him. Oh, DNF. Oh, well. What have we learned there then? That, I don't know if it is that much faster, to be fair, for me. I know the McLaren, I can do the whole full. Oh, look at that, 5-star roulette ticket. Boomshanker. Save that replay. Yeah. Yeah. Decisions. Oh, seriously, I've used the medium tyres already. Leave them on the fucking car, PD. Stupidness. Well, I'm going to enter. I'm going to give it a... Got 8 minutes, so I'm going to chuck in a qualifying lap. See if I can improve on the 44.1, which I think is going to be a bit of a task. And then make a judgment, I think. Just going to push this to the fucking limit. Hot today, man. Hot. Now, when the tyres are good in this Alpha, it's good, but yeah, I think by sort of lap 6 or 7, the tyres start to go off without changing them. McLaren doesn't really have that problem. I'm not sure whether to brake early or late into Wiggy's Wiggler. Do I go brake really early and then be able to get on the power a little bit earlier, or is where I'm braking about right? It's just occurred to me. Is traction control still off? Yes, it is. Made all kinds of mess of that, didn't I? pretty darn close. Close racing between me and me. That was better through there. Much better through there. Now if I can dial in the rest of this lap, I've improved my quality time, and I think I'm going to stick with the Alpha. Much better last time out through there. That's a much better exit. Have I gone sub 44? I have indeed. How about that then? Well, I'm sticking with the Alpha. Exit than last time out of there. There is improvements to be had. Okay. Okie dokie dokie. Let's have the glass of it. This is looking good, good, good. Well, how about that then? Turns out the plucky little Alpha is better than the McLaren. 43.4. Almost a second quicker than my qualifying time, which has stood since Monday. Oh, I know, fuck that up. Penalty as well. Come out of there then. So, I think I'm going to change my strategy. I think I'm going to change tyres. I think for the extra couple of seconds it takes to change the tyres, it's worth it because of the amount of time I'm losing essentially. Let's have a quick look at the ranking board, how it's looking. Still at the top of my ranking board is of course Simonis, the Olympic qualifier. 1:39.5, so not at all surprised that he's up there with that kind of crazy pace. The truth, we know he's pretty quick. Well, actually quicker than Sharky, which is unusual. Sharky, usually you would expect to see him topping global ranking leaderboards, but he's it's a little bit slower than the truth there. Rhodes is always pretty quick, hitting that 650. It's actually his idea to use 650S. It worked out quite well for me at that stage. Who is quicker than me? Oh, that annoys me a little bit. That Nightfire is just that little bit quicker than me. I've got to try and find some time there, I think. Alex. Who's that? I don't even know who that guy is. No idea who that guy is. I don't know why he's a friend of mine. I know Renegade is. Interesting, interesting. There's the only other alpha in there. That's a 47.3, so a 43.4 is not too shabby. Now, if I can stay in similar lobbies, it's going to bump me up a little bit qualifying-wise, which is good, good, good. I've got a minute left until the race begins. Yeah, so we'll see. We will see. So I started out this week in the McLaren, as you know, which has been quite a good car, to be fair. And yeah, but you've got to evolve, which is what I'm doing. I've managed to get my time down. I don't know if there's going to be any dailies next week because I know that the daily race C, for instance, is Grand Valley Highway, and I fucking hate that racetrack with a passion. It is, for me, I think I hate it more than Trial Mountain in reverse. And Trial Mountain in reverse is a completely pointless piece of shit racetrack. It's absolute donkey bollocks. And yeah, I feel the same way about Grand Valley. I don't enjoy Grand Valley. If I never see it again, it will be too soon. And it's got the stupidest track limits of any thing ever in the history of time. Not that much more improvement in qualifying position. On my previous time, where would I have been? Well, I would have been 15th. So I suppose in that respect it's not bad. Just making sure that it's got traction control off because PD is stupid. I'm probably not winning this one. What is? I'm hoping you had not only not finished, but you have finished behind me would be useful. Qualifying the top guy, 42.2, and that's to my 43.4, so 1.2 seconds quicker a lap than me. I wonder if a lot, but so quite a few people have been using the attends. I'm not giving that a whirl. Fuck it. How you doing, Alex? Good to see you, man. I've switched cars. I've ditched the McLaren. I've gone with the Alpha 155, and second qualifying lap in the Alpha 155, and I shaved 0.8 of a second off my quali time. So I'm sticking with it. The only problem I do have with the 155 is I can't use my tactic of not changing tyres in the pit stop because they just don't last well enough. They last, but you're losing too much time in there. The grip profile just falls off a cliff after the pit stop. So I'm going to have to change out the tyres in order to run this car. But I feel more stable in it, and yeah. Right, let's have it, shall we? Let's bring up the radar so I can see the idiots coming. Let's do this thing like a chicken wing. I'm hoping that lag isn't here to stay. But then I'm looking at his connection, and his connection is woeful. Someone's clearly sitting in the car park outside the Holiday Inn in Berlin. So no, it's probably not outside the Holiday Inn. Oh, look at that, it's crash up ahead already. That's not gone too well for him. Or him. Okay, top 10 already, Bumshenka. Take that all day long. Now the guy that was just ahead of me with the really bad connection is already in the lead of this race now. I'm wondering if that is a lag issue and he's basically just lagged to the lead. Right. Couple of places gained on the first of couple of corners, that's always good. I'm going to pit at the end of lap 5, slap bang halfway through. Maybe lap 4, I'm not sure yet. Depends where I am. Yeah, I think that's the best way through Wiggy's Wiggler. Oh, and we've had another crash behind, which has given me a little bit of breathing room. So the man called Peg can't peg me because he's not close enough behind me. And these guys all battling nice and close. So potentially, oh, there's another place to be gained here from the 458. He doesn't pull across in front of me. He didn't do so. Oh, there's that same knobhead who went a bit crashy in the last race, right ahead of me. So I'm going to keep an eye on him if I am lucky enough to get close enough. He was actually quicker than me, which is why it was so annoying that he barged me out of the way he did, because he didn't need to. He could have just overtaken me like a normal racing driver. So that Super Toll guy is super quick, despite the fact he has the internet connection of a third world desert. Another place gained. Crashed the McLaren in a wall. How you doing, Jay? How you doing? You will note, Jay, I'm now in the Alpha 155, and it is better than the McLaren around here. Oh, little touchy from those two through the ghosted car. That's another position gained. Peg also through as well, and I've got a run on the Sylvia, but of course I'm not going to go side by side through Wiggy's Wiggler, because that's just insanity to do that. I'm going to let off the gas a little bit early. Get it changed out. Oh, he's getting wiggly. He's really quick, this guy. This was the guy that barged me off in the last race. He's so much quicker than me, so it feels so unnecessary that he did it. Still does. So I'm going to name and shame the little fucker later. That's the Ferrari just behind me. Going to get a good run on me. I'll let him have the inside line. A couple of people ghosted for poor driving standards. Okay, the Ferrari gains 2 places there. That was a good overtake from him. He did give the tender a little bit of a nudge. Oh, which I almost did. Just a plod in the top 10 at this moment in time. Nothing too... Oh, for fuck's sake. We are surrounded by fucking idiots. We really are. And how the fuck is that my penalty? That is an absolute fucking joke. Absolute joke. Nowhere I could go. Absolutely nothing I could do. And for some reason I get a fucking penalty for it. What a crock of fucking shit. PD, your programmers are fucking retards. So yeah, that's kind of put a scupper on my race a little bit. I can fucking look in your mirrors, you wank puffin. I don't know why I'm shouting at him, but what happened before wasn't his fault. I have to let off the gas a bit. I don't want to be in the dirty air coming through here. I'm going to lose. I'm not going to be in the top 10. Yeah, what I might do actually. Can I serve the penalty in the pits? It's a bit early to go in, that's the only problem. Yeah, it's probably a lap too early. If it was a lap later, I'd serve it in the pits, but it's no point. Absolutely no point. Let's get it served. It's an absolute bullshit penalty. Absolute bullshit. I do want to put in an appeal to the fucking stewards for that, because that was a travesty. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, what it'd be like to qualify inside the top 10 and not have to fucking keep battling my way into it every single time. Renault Megane ahead. Not bad car, this Renault Megane trophy either. No, I wonder. No, I'm not going to try it. I think I'm going to stick with the Alpha now. If I do change car again, it'll be back to the McLaren. I think they must be, mate, because that was a fucking shocking decision. Might as well stick to a strategy of 5 and 5. There's a bit of dust up ahead. Okay, position gained. Yes, it is up to 6th. Haven't pit yet though, so that's not entirely accurate. That's the good thing about my strategy in the McLaren is I could pit any time I liked, and it didn't really affect. But because I have to change the tyres in the Alpha, well, I suppose I could look after the tyres better. I'm just not very good at it. Yeah, because I have to change the tyres in the Alpha, I'm going to stick at 5 and 5. It's weird though, if you look at the wear and tear here, I mean, we're almost at the halfway point, and then you look at what the tyres look like at the end of the race, there really is a massive, massive drop off in the grip profile, and I've got to be careful of this guy coming back on, because he's ghosting. Turn ghosted off completely. Stupid fucking thing. Because you don't know when you can go through the car. You don't know if you need to slow down, if you can speed up, if you can go through them, not go through them. Who knows? Well, it's not going too badly though at the moment. Apart from the fact that I'm inaccurately reflected up in the top 5, which when I come in and pit now is going to change very, very quickly. Don't go over the white lines, go into the pits like so. Medium, don't refuel. Right, so in terms of putting the tyres on, it's about 3 seconds is the difference. I was losing more than that by using the shitty tyres, so right, 11th, but I don't know how many other people haven't pit yet. So I'm back behind the Megane. So basically I need, if I want top 10, I've got to overtake 2 cars. Well, 1 car. That's my target. My target is that Megane for now. If I can beat that Megane, and then a couple of people ahead have still got pit, it's not been a bad race. Yellow flag ahead. Oh, 2 cars, 2 cars. It's that fucking Ferrari again. But he did take out the bell end that fucked me over last time, so that is pleasurable. So a pattern emerges about the driver of that red Ferrari. They're an absolute carnage seeker. And the man with the the worst internet connection in Germany. Clearly he's like up a tree, something in the middle of the woods. He's probably waiting for a reason to invade somewhere. Okie dokie dokie, right. It's just hot laps galore now. That was an awful, awful, awful turn 1. Now I'm up into 7th. There's a very good chance that those cars coming out of the pits are probably a little bit quicker than me. There's one up ahead. That's the Atenza, I think, actually just ahead of me. Jumpy behind me. He's Dutch, so no one cares about him. He's probably an orphan. He's probably a stoned orphan. I really shouldn't be such a judgy person. I am a fat, bald, middle-aged man playing racing games in the middle of the day. So yeah, let's not judge. Oh! Cayman getting a little bit squirrely. Up to 5th. Good cushion to have. Good exit out of here. Not too close to the Atenza, but close enough to get a little bit of draft, which hopefully will keep me away from Jumpy, even for a little while. How ironic if the my slowest pit strategy turns out to be my best performing race. Although, to be fair, I haven't had a 5th already, but it wasn't broadcast, therefore it doesn't count. Well, it does to me, but not to you guys. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but top 3. I don't know how far ahead J-Reg. He's driving a J-Reg. I don't know how far ahead he is from the Atenza. Can't see him, which would suggest probably further than I would like him to be. It's a good exit out of there. Let's get tucked in behind this Mazda. See if I can't get something done here. He's going to take the inside line, but that's fine. I don't mind in the slightest. Because I'm going to go like this. I'm going to drag race this mofo. In that slipstream, let's climb in the boot with this motherfucker. Let's have a little go, shall we? Let's have a little go. Late. It's later than I would have liked, but move done. Bing bang boo. Boom shanker. Now, if these two could have a little battle behind and leave me alone, that'd be awesome. That wasn't my finest hour. Right, I need Jumpy to get on the back of that Atenza and give him some, give him something to think about. Oh, that wasn't good. Just losing the back end there, and I couldn't risk it, so. Right, I've taken him once, I can take him again. Relax, relax, relax. Didn't imagine on the last lap I would be fighting for potentially 4th. Here we go, come on. More important than catching fourth is maintaining fifth, not losing out to Jumpy behind me. How you doing, Pascal? Just seeing you in there, buddy. A little bit wide out of there. He was quite wide as well, but he has got a run on me. Right. I've got to keep this guy at bay. Big mistake, dude. If you were going to take me, you should have done it earlier. Or coming out of the bend, because now you're going to have to pull off something pretty fucking spectacular, my friend. Or I cock something up, which I might be doing just now. I am not coming off this fucking curb, mate, so don't even be thinking about looking up the inside. See you later. Whew. Sweating, man, sweating. Take that all day long. 5th place is fucking awesome. So thank you, plucky little Alpha, for improving my my finishing positions. So yeah, so basically the McLaren got me into some lobbies and got me some positions, but this little Alpha has got me into the top 5. To be fair, I think I probably should have had 4th and probably throw it away, but I'm not going to beat myself up too much because I was only looking at a sort of 7th or 8th is generally my target. But I'll have that all day long. Yeah, thanks, Guesty. Yeah, I'll take that. I wasn't expecting that, to be fair. Odd though that it's my highest finish for a bit, and yet my longest pit stop. Yeah, Guesty, I've had to abandon the staying on the medium thingy that I've been doing all week because they drop off a cliff on this Alpha in sort of lap 7, 8, 9, 10, and it's not worth it. So there we go. Just same to replay because it has got at least one decent overtake in there for a highlight reel. My little overtake on turn 1. Yeah, how about that? Am I going on chat? No, because I don't like you. I might do. I'm going to do one more, and then I'll come and join you in chat, mate. How about that? Right, there we go. Right. Yeah, one more, and then I'll join you in chat. See if I can get another top end finish. Would be lovely jubbly. Right. Select from garage, change the tyres, because I wasn't just driving this car with these fucking tyres on. Of course. Enter your current car. There we go. I've got 7 minutes. Right. I've got 7 minutes. So I'm going to get a drink, and I'll be back shortly. That was close. As soon as I signed off for a minute, shopping arrived. So yeah, I've got time for a quick quality lap. Let's have a let go, see what happens. .43.4. I want to see what my optimum was after this actually. Right, here we go. Quality lap. 43.4 is my best so far. I changed up a bit too quick there. I could have done with the burst of speed in third, but done now. Far too late on the brakes there. That weren't bad. I always get scared I'm going to go too far wide there, but actually I should be a little bit braver, particularly if it's a quality lap. How's this is looking? This is quicker? Is this quicker? 43? 43.8. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Well, I'll look at my optimum actually before it times out. Let's have a quick little looky-see. Oh, I won't have it, will I? Because it would have been from before. Can you look at what your optimum should be after you've come out of it? I don't think you can you? 25 seconds. I'll get one more cracked out and then do some adult stuff for a bit. I should have shown you guys that. There we go. Yeah, I've moved it. I've moved it. I was qualifying, so I didn't want to turn it off. Righty ho. That's not bad. 7th. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with that, or am I? We'll see. Obviously, the higher up you start, the worse it can get for you, I suppose. When you start in 13th, anything's an improvement. When you start in 7th, there's a lot more to go wrong, I suppose. But it does give me an opportunity, and I'm only 4/10 off the guy just inside that top 3. So, all right. Plan here, if I can get to the top 5, that'd be great. Obviously I will revise the plan if at some stage it goes horribly wrong or we've got some crashy weirdos. I hate the Mustang, mate. I hate it with a passion. I will not be driving the Mustang now or ever, my friend. Never know. I hate it. Get this off. There we go. Radar. Right. Fezzer in front and a McLaren behind. Both pretty strong cars around here. Let's see what sort of quality of person we have this afternoon in this particular lobby. We've had a few idiots out so far. Hopefully none of them are in here, and it's all nice and clean and fair. AMG, I didn't think about trying the AMG. Not going to now. Got behind, give me a little nudge. I think what people need to realise is sometimes you've got to brake earlier because the cars in front of you are braking earlier. And it's just the nature of the beast. First lap's always a bit cagey. Everyone's intact so far at this end. I don't know about the other end. Everyone's so far intact at this end. I want to stay with these two Ferraris if I can. Hug the inside, slingshot out. Use the slipstream to stay ahead of the car behind me. Is anyone going to be stupid? Nope, I think they're all going to be pretty sensible. I don't know. Leave it in the fridge for now. Depends when Mum wants to eat it. Nice gap to the car behind, which is what we want to see. Oh, Super going wide. Is that a potential gain? No, but these two are side by side. If they ever come together through wiggies, I could very well find myself gaining a couple of positions. Let's just he got did back off, which was the sensible thing to do. Good run on the Supra here. Position gained. Don't be silly. Had to go in a little bit wider than I wanted to there because I was just a little bit concerned that he was going to try and come up round that side of me. That's a great move by that McLaren. Capitalising on the battling between me and that Supra. That's the thing, I don't want to get in a battle because it just slows you down, and there's the fucking tap from the idiot. So a couple of positions lost because people don't appreciate braking points. Tenza to my right, so he has tucked in behind, which is what he should have done in the first fucking place. Yeah, I am working on it, about it. I am working on it. I think it's difficult to do when I'm racing with Black Flag because everybody's so much quicker than me. It doesn't really give me an opportunity to hone the racecraft side of things, which is why I've sort of embarked on this journey, because you know, I'm getting to race with people that are sort of there or thereabouts my level. Everyone's so much quicker through there than me. Why? So still 9th, a couple of places lost, but still all to race for. To be fair, a couple of places were lost because of it's that hard style, that German, another German, what a fucking surprise, ploughing into the back of me into turn 1. Little late on the brakes there, but I had that extra bit of momentum because of the slipstream. This guy's going to have a run on me now. I want to stay up the inside if I can. Don't want to let him slip through. And pit at the end of the next lap, as I did previously. Yellow flag. Oh, look at that. Sideways. Position gained. Oh, you absolute. What the fuck was that? Where the fuck did he come from? That was insane. Absolute fucking massive cunt. I genuinely hope he gets arse cancer. What the fuck was he thinking? As it happened, I only lost one place, but well, 2 places because I'd gained one already. That was insane. What the fuck was all that about? Is it wrong now that I'm thinking of stuff like that happens with YouTube short? I don't know where the fuck he was coming from, but yeah, so I was 8th, not anymore, because that absolute fucking melt. It was either Peg or Jumpy, one of those two. I think it was Peg, which is what needs happening to him. How you doing, Dan? You all right, mate? So, work to do to get back to where I was before that big fat spunk muffin decided that he didn't need to brake for turn 1, and what he ideally wanted to do instead was just destroy the side of my lovely Alfa Romeo. Bit of pit and a slap anyway. I say anyway like it's like it did me a favour, but ooh. I thought he was going to unghost then in the fucking pit lane. Don't refuel. Right. Fresh tyres as per requirements. See where I'm at and see what work I want to do. Essentially, so I qualified in 7th, so that's got to be where I aim to be. If I take into account the fact that I lost those 2 places being melted by the melt, I've got to earmark 9th, haven't Was it the guy coming out the pits that hit me? I have complained actually this week. Oh fuck it, fuck that up completely. About the way the pit exit kind of comes into turn one like that, and the cars come out of the pit ghosting. I mean, obviously, I don't know what the answer is really, because they're unghosting in the braking zone. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe if you're coming out of the pits, you need to stay. If they're going to leave ghosting on, they need to stay ghosted until they're out of turn one. Because I had an incident Monday where I went into the braking zone. The guy was ghosted, and then he unghosted while I was inside him. And although it was very, very pleasurable for me, it wasn't so great for him because I didn't lube before I entered. Well, I don't know if anyone ahead of me needs to pit. As it stands at the moment, this is a bit of a fucking disaster, in all honesty. I mean, even if it was someone coming out of the pits, how are they going that quickly at that part of the corner? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, the only thing that makes sense to me is that they didn't brake at all. If that's the case, then it doesn't matter whether they're coming out of the pits or whether they were fucking racing. They're a dickhead. So I've got essentially 3 laps to catch this little gaggle of 3 cars ahead. I'll get these 3, I'll get the 9th place. And then that is a bad race rescued. He's going to get a penalty for that. And bye-bye. Right, there's 1. Or is he? Oh, there we go. Awful lot of Dutch drivers today. What's going on? It's like a national holiday in the Netherlands. That glare is not off the windscreen, that's the bits of my car that are still left in turn 1 after that massive smash. Bits of broken glass and carbon fibre. I'm not closing on these 2 as quickly as I'd like to. I need to get faster. Or I need them to crash. That would be ideal. If the pair of them could just fuck each other into a wall, that'd be awesome.
Oh my god, Abby. You could have asked me to move.
Oh, is there a potential position there for that yellow flag? Gaining, but not as much as I want to. Gonna run out of time before I catch him, I think. Half a second I took out in that lap, but there's only 2 laps remaining. If I do another half a second, I'm still not going to be past this guy in 10th. I think I'm going to need a little bit of intervention from something out of my control here. A little penalty or something for one of these cars, although I did gain a fuck ton there on the Ferrari. Who paints a fucking Ferrari green? Apart from the blind. But she's not that bad, actually. She looks quite good. Yellow flag. That's a position for me, maybe. Good run out of Wiggy's Wiggler. In the slip of the green Ferrari. Hello, Kermit. Is that McGann up ahead? Right, top 10. One more and I'll salvage this race. That's a pretty fucking quick racing lap, to be fair. Oh, look at that, someone's fucked up. Okay. Oh. Keep it tight, Andy, keep it tight. Oh, he's got a great one out of there. He's going to try and block off the inside line. I'm having none of that shenanigan. Inside line for me. Right, up to 8th. Come on, I started 7th. Could this be the comeback of all comebacks? The last time I had this big a comeback was when your mum spat it back in my face. Right, 7th. That's where I started. So it's not all doom and gloom. Bit slow there, but very difficult to overtake anyone from this point onwards. Bumshanka rescued, absolutely rescued. That was a couple of really solid laps towards the end there. Really solid. Love this little Alfa Romeo. Oh, please be carrying a penalty. How cool would that be? Oh, a little bit wide there. He's going to get a run on me. Shit. Yes, just held on. Take that all day long. Lovely jubbly. Need to save this because I want to find out who it was that punted me. So basically, because I started 7th, I got punted down to 11th and made a couple of mistakes myself, put me down to 9th, I punted down to 11th or 12th. So, I mean, I fought back there, so I should have been, if I hadn't been punted, I probably would have been, I probably could have been on the cusp of that top 3. What was I? I was 11 seconds off the top 3. I've had worse races, put it that way. I'm quite proud, actually. I'm prouder of that one than I was of the 5th place in the last race, just because of the work I had to do to fight back. Yeah, that was pretty darn good, that was. But this will be my last race of, well, at least this afternoon. I've got a couple of bits and pieces I've got to do. I've got to go inside the kitchen and shit. I'll probably do a couple more later, but yeah, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, all day long I'll take that. Clean race bonus as well. Ding dang do. Save that replay. Well, thanks for joining me, fellas and lasses, if there are any lasses. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back later to do a few more, but for now, peace out, brethrens.